you're watching The Warmup, presented by your local North Texas GEICO agents. It's hoop season, and district play is well underway. So let's get you warmed up for some round ball action. District play also means that there will be heated rivalries renewed. And nowhere is that more true than in South Dallas, where Kimball meets South Oak Cliff in a 12-5A battle. This game is always a fast-paced, up-and-down ball game, and we wouldn't expect anything different come Saturday. South Oak Cliff and Kimball are ranked 16th and 17th respectively in the state and 5A rankings, and both run a pressuring, suffocating defense that lead to turnovers and fast breaks. Another big rivalry game is in Flower Mound, as the Jaguars take on Flower Mound Marcus. Flower Mound has gotten off to a 14-4 start, but when it comes to rivalry games, you can throw out the records. You can expect a big crowd Friday night for this one. On the girls' side, there will be a battle at the top for 6A between Hebron and Irving MacArthur. The Lady Cardinals are still without Baylor commit Sarah Andrews, but do have another Baylor commit, Hannah Gusters, to rely on. Look for a tight game in this one. This week's Wingstop Inside High School Sports will air on Sunday at noon, but we'll still have an excellent inside story. We take a look at Arlington Martin's starting point guard, Davion Taylor, and how he takes on more responsibilities than a teenager probably should, but has done it with a smile. We'll also be handing out our first basketball MVP of the year. And speaking of which, let's see who might have a chance to win one next week. South Grand Prairie girls are a top 5 team in 6A, and one of their main sources of offense has been Kira Jackson. She helped lead the Lady Warriors to an upset over the then #1 team in the nation, DeSoto. Micah Peavy from Duncanville has his Panthers ranked #1 in the state due to his all-around play. Duncanville has a couple of tough games this week and will rely heavily on the Texas Tech recruit. And Jordan Walsh from Faith Family could be in for a big week. Faith Family has had a hard time finding their footing early on, but with the play of super sophomore, they may be ready to start their journey to back-to-back state titles. In case you missed it last week, there were a couple of huge signings for area quarterbacks. Chandler Morris from Highland Park decided to go to Oklahoma after changing his mind on Arkansas. But the more interesting one came out of Parish Episcopal, where junior quarterback Preston Stone committed to SMU, despite offers from nearly every big D1 school such as Alabama, LSU, Georgia, Texas, and more. Stone decided to stay home and become the signal caller for the Mustangs. Now let's take a look at our basketball rankings for boys and girls. Our top team in boys is Duncanville. Peavy and the boys ran through the Whataburger tournament and looked to be the odds favorite in 9-6A. Coming in at 2 is Lancaster. TCU-bound Mike Miles led the Tigers to the DISD Classic, and they are the area's best 5A team. At 3 is Waxahachie. The Indians are off to a great start in a tough district. Gotta go private school ranks for the next 2. St. Mark's is our #4 team, and John Paul II comes in 5th. As for the girls, we have a similar #1, and that's Duncanville. It's been a great year for the City of Champions in athletics, and UNC-bound Deja Kelly hopes to keep it going. #2 is the DeSoto Lady Eagles. Samaya Smith is a block shot machine for DeSoto. #3 is Argyle, with star guard Riley McKinney. Coming in at 4 is South Grand Prairie, and they are followed by Cedar Hill. We're not quite done yet. It's time for our extra point. The King has left the building. Longview's Hayes King, who is going to A&M to pursue his college football career. Since it's Thursday, we're going to throw it back to 1972 to a beautiful picture of Rockwall Heath head coach Mike Spraden. That's all we have for this week's episode. To stay up to date with all things inside high school sports, follow our social accounts. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. That'll get you ready for the highlight of the sports weekend. Wingstop Inside High School Sports, Sunday at noon on NBC5, hosted by Pat Doney. Thank you for watching The Warmup, presented by your local North Texas GEICO agents. To find the office nearest you, go to geico.com/DFW. I'm Ashley Bullington, and I hope the last few minutes have gotten you warmed up for all the hardwood action.